What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another highly combustible reaction. We're jumping into the next one on our Netherlands journey. Culture shock, a Dutch partner. We've seen a couple different Dutch stating things, but definitely have learned so much about the Netherlands from Learn Dutch with Bart de Paul and team. Get over, show him all the love in the world. It's seriously next level content that they're putting out. If you haven't been over there, and you're just missing out on some hilarity, on some seriousness. It's got a broad, wide spectrum of things that they talk about, from the funny to the really, really serious. Definitely go show them all the love in the world. Let's see what we got. I'm already subbed up. I've already hit the like button because I know it's going to be awesome. You wanted it. We're here with it. Rolling.
When I understand the language, I understand the culture. That's so important, and as you're in relationship, that you understand the background.
My husband and I, we have been together since 2012.
I married last year here in Amsterdam. The genuine vrouw.
One of the
genuine
basic tips to be happy with Dutch, of course, directness.
There's no taboos. You can talk about your sex life, any subject. Nothing's hidden behind the curtains.
You should be direct to them. You cannot make it like one-way path.
The rest of the world should be more like that. If we all damn communicated with our significant others, a lot less horrible, tragic endings would come up. For sure. The rest of the world don't know how to communicate. This sounds like heaven to me.
Behind the curtains.
You should be direct to them. You cannot make it like one-way path. It has to be both ways.
I'm dating a Dutch student, a long-distance relationship mainly. Language and the way they interact with you, borderlines on rudeness sometimes too.
For people that is coming from other countries, other cultures, it's a shock at the beginning. My ex-husband says, for example, when we were dating, "Huh? You gained like 5 kilos." And for a woman, it's like, really? Yeah, you are a bit fluffy.
I'm a very logical person and less emotional, so it was so refreshing for me. He tells me if another girl has hit on him. I don't really want to hear that, but he just tells me straight out.
They cut out all these things that are unnecessary, but it's the way that they talk, it's the way their humor is.
When we just started dating, I was telling him that, yeah, I'm hungry. He was saying, look, there's a McDonald's. Go there, buy something, I wait you here. I was like, are you serious?
It's a marriage of complete equals.
I like that Dutch people are independent. Culturally, they stop living with their parents when they're 18. In Mexico, it's not like that. You leave your house when you get married.
If you want to have a Dutch man happy, everything has to be in order. Be well organized and have order in your brain, in your house and everything.
The only conflict we had before the marriage was about working time. In my culture, you basically work yourself to death.
And that's that's the saddest thing in the world, what you just said, because that holds true in a lot of places. A lot of different countries. People working themselves to death, never focusing on any living. You're living to pay bills, and that's a horrible, horrible way to live. Definitely I have to find myself an unorganized person, because you wouldn't be able to live with me.
About working time. In my culture, you basically work yourself to death. I was working like 14 hours a day. I even worked on weekends as well. And he was really mad at me. He's like, we need a work-life balance.
We have a share account. I think it's very good. Every month we put a certain amount in the account. And then whenever we go for holiday or go to do something together or for the housing or anything, we just take money from the share account.
Even things like getting food, it never feels like a last-minute decision. We gotta know exactly like what aisle we're going to. We know exactly what time we're gonna meet at the grocery store after work or after class or something like that.
That is crazy, folks. I have no idea what the hell I'm gonna even eat for dinner tonight. I gotta think about what I even ate last night to make those kind of plans. Like, oh no, it's gonna be a surprise me kind of night every night.
I think that actually the principle is basically the same for every culture though. Communication.
I think the most important to maintain the relationship is probably you can learn the Dutch, probably you get to know about the language, then it's easy for communicate, yeah, and also you probably know the language and also you know him well.
try to learn Dutch a little bit and try to get into it because that helps a lot. Also with parents, if you start talking Dutch, they like you a lot more.
Ooh. Parents, because they don't really speak a lot English, and I don't speak so much Dutch either. Most time we just use sign language, we don't really
universal.
Dutch will have that thing.
Yeah.
I think that he is very proud that I'm learning Dutch because I got flowers from him yesterday, and I think that he is very happy that we can talk more in Dutch now.
It shows that you really want to invest in your relationship. You really want to put effort into understanding each other. I don't see why you wouldn't learn each other's languages.
I believe that's 100% fact everywhere. If you date internationally, in my mind, you should learn the language of your significant other so that you can interact with her family or his family when you meet them. Like, that just seems to me like a common sense thing. Anybody that gets into a relationship with someone from another country that was born speaking a different language and doesn't learn at least enough to communicate, like, what are you really getting yourself into?
I think it's kind of beautiful.
It is indeed. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Learn Dutch with Bart de Paul, a Dutch partner. Culture shock. Yeah, it's definitely a culture shock if you're dating anybody from any other country that's not your own, especially if they're speaking different languages and such. There's going to be some learning curves. There's going to be some things that you got to do to make sure that it can work out. If you enjoyed it, get over there, show them all the love in the world on their channel. Smash the like button if you liked it. The dislike button, but I won't believe you. Until the next one, I'm Combustible. You guys be happy, healthy, safe, and organized. I love you to the moon and back, peace.